Sorry, everyone. I know my mic's on and I'm sniffling into it, but oh no.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's great.
What is this thing?
My very expensive screen accurate boots come apart at the heel there.
Sweet.
Just lose a mini puffed.
I think so. Oh.
Enjoy my butt, everybody. my non-existent butt. This pisses me off, man. This is.
Oh, that is. How long have you had those?
What in the actual F? I'm trying to keep this family friendly. Yellow, TENIME here. It's always something, isn't it?
Something like that.
Sting broke. My boots broke. Apparently, suck it in, TENIME. You're the Ghostbuster. Trivia's killing my props and stuff. It's not going to stay on more than 20 seconds, but I still want to. Oh, that sound is so good. All right. Welcome, everybody, to Ghostbusters Trivia. With me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Kat.
There is no cat, only Zool.
That tracks. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so...
no whacking me up with 300 cc's of Thorazine, okay? I don't want to take a little nap right now.
You want to take a little nap over your covers? 4 feet above your covers.
4 feet above your covers.
All right. Uh-oh. Arm's gonna... There we go, okay. Okay, is everybody ready for Ghostbusters trivia? Please, as always, play along. Put in the comments how many you got right, how many you got wrong. I actually managed to rewatch all 5 movies, so I actually literally just finished Frozen Empire before we...
Yep, right as I was walking up.
before we went live, so... I was planning to be done way before then, and I mean, I'd seen Frozen Empire recently when I got the Blu-ray, 6-7 months ago. So it's that was definitely the most recent one that I had seen before I started the rewatch. So obviously, as of 8 o'clock this morning. Central Standard Time, the most recent one that I had seen was 2016's Answer the Call. So I tried to get the two legacy sequels in before the wire. So
not like a little study time cramming before
last minute cramming, yeah. Cool. So, we ready?
Yeah.
Do you have a special order we're going in, or?
Nope, front to back, just 84 to 23.
23. All right.
Yep.
So we got Zool over here. We got Zool over here. We got Vin's over there. So the dogs are guarding, and we got our equipment. We got our books. We got Tobin's Spirit Guide, Egon's Journal, Ghost from Our Past, and Ghostbusters' Daughter.
Oh, do we want to do the royalty-free music today?
Mini Puffs are screwing things up as usual. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Mini royalty-free music.
Okay, from Aries Beats, Diamond Ace, Ghost Rifter, Jiggler, sorry, that turned off, Mochi, and Vira. So you'll probably see me just hit my phone every now and then. And
if they're not already in the comments, I will put them in the comments before this gets uploaded. So,
okay. All right, so you ready? Is it a star?
wavy lines. You fail. You could have cheated by glancing over here to see the circle, square, star, and plus, and just process of elimination. You could have guessed that.
Right, but I'm not going to cheat. All right. So ready to go? Okay.
84.
84.
Everyone's favorite.
Yes, this is actually the first movie that I saw. I wasn't in a movie theater. I was actually at a drive-in.
Nice.
With my parents and my cousin. Not the cousin that's probably watching. Hi, Keith. But, oh my goodness, it was a different cousin from a different part of the family. All right. Who is the poor librarian who had the bejesus scared out of her in the opening scene? What is her name?
She had an uncle who thought he was St. Jerome.
Well, it's my bonus question, so there's that.
Jury's still out whether or not she is menstruating. Oh no! Off to a bad start.
Didn't get the bonus question.
Marjorie?
It is an old-timey name.
Okay. Gertrude?
No.
Gertrude is the ghost at the Aldridge Mansion and Answer the Call. So if that was one of your questions, then I already got that one. But
yes, it was actually the very first question for
awesome.
that particular one.
You can still ask it, but
okay,
yeah. So I don't. Yeah.
Alice. Yeah. Also, the actress's name.
Oh, okay.
Makes things much easier. Which card did the male test subject get right? Probably just out of luck.
A couple of wavy lines.
Mm-hmm. And what was Venkman testing for?
The effect of I didn't know you'd be giving us electric shock. I'll tell you the effect. It's pissing me off. The effect of something on ESP. The effect of emotions on ESP. The effect of electric shock on ESP.
Negative reinforcement.
Negative reinforcement.
Yeah. And how much were they getting paid?
You can keep the $5.
Well, at the library, what was Ray's big plan? Like, what does he yell?
Get her!
What candy bar did Egon earn from Venkman?
Nestle Crunch.
What is my... Oh my God. That's going to bug me. Dana plays this instrument.
Cello?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There you go. You're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so you allowed me one pause and you miss it question.
You son of a...
Now, if you get this one right, I do have a secondary one.
Okay.
All right. What's Dana's apartment number?
Well, because they say it a couple times, so it's...
Well, you see it a couple times.
Right, but
they don't say it.
I swear they say it.
They say what floor they're on.
They're going to 22.
Yeah.
Tell me when we get to 20, I'm going to throw up.
Right.
I got real Ghostbuster fans screaming at me right now on the other end of this. It's this, you idiot! It's this!
Well, you got the 22 right. So there's that.
22F?
No.
Okay. 2203.
Close.
2204.
Closer.
2206.
There you go.
All right.
Do you want to know what the other question was?
What?
What's Lewis's apartment number? You don't ever directly see it. You see it on an angle, but can tell what number it is.
Well, it's a couple doors down. It's across the hall. So I would assume that it's an odd number.
Oddly, no.
Oh, okay.
It is an even number.
Okay. Is it 2204?
Close.
Is it 2205?
Other direction.
Oh, 2203.
Mm-mm.
2207. 2202.
There you go.
Jeez. You're fired. I'm
Mm,
gonna find a new host.
no, you won't. Because you love me.
Jury's still out.
Yeah. What's Lewis's profession?
He's an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
I know you do your own taxes, and you really shouldn't, but
Seeing as how you're my neighbor and all. How much did Ray pay for the car? I'm not going to tell you what's wrong. I'm not going to ask you to list what's wrong
please
with
don't,
it.
because
I almost did that though.
Yeah, I kind of figured you might, and I was just like, oh god, he goes through so many different things.
He does.
The rotors, the struts. I want to say it was 4,800.
Yes. Look at that. Janine mentions that she has 2 hobbies. What are they?
One of them has to be reading because Egon says print is dead, which I find offensive that someone like Egon would be against reading, let alone from books.
Right.
She says she's very psychic, but I don't think that's one of her hobbies.
That's not a hobby.
No.
That's not a hobby.
Macrame.
Mm-mm. She also plays racquetball.
Son of a... Okay.
What's Egon's hobby?
He collects spores, molds, and fungus.
Mm-hmm. What floor are the disturbances on at the Sedgwick?
Oh, shoot. Somebody saw a cockroach up on 12.
There you go.
Is it 12?
It is 12.
All right.
Yes.
Bite your head off, man.
I'll get the next one. The role of Venkman was written for this late comedian, and his spirit is manifested in Slimer.
John Belushi.
There you go. At this point, I'm just hitting so whatever plays. If I can get it to frickin' play.
I was going to say, well, I mean, the songs are like 4 minutes long.
Yeah,
so I mean,
they're like 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
So I'll just randomly hit. What is Slimer's classification? There are 2 possible answers for this one. You only need to give me one.
It's a class 5 full roaming vapor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you know what the other one is?
A real nasty one too, but no. Obviously the one I said was the easier to remember one.
Right.
Because Dan loves his techno jargon. I don't know.
A focused, non-terminal repeating phantasm.
Yeah.
How much does Venkman want to charge the hotel?
$5,000?
Yep.
If you're new here, I can't read that. If I glance over, it's I see that there's text on the paper. that's about as good as my eyesight is. Yeah. So if you see me glancing over, don't think that I'm trying to cheat, because I'm not. I would literally have to take it and hold it in front of me in order to cheat. So.
And I normally wear glasses, but I can see without them. I just take them when I drive. All right. Who has a naughty dream about a beautiful ghost?
Ray.
Ray.
Though it wasn't supposed to be a dream. It was supposed to be a whole other
thing,
like sequence that was deleted, where Ray and Winston go to a old military base, and yeah, that's why he's wearing a military uniform, and that ghost was actually real, actually doing those things to him. And so let's keep a fellatio scene in for the PG kids movie, huh?
Yeah, let's do that. Oh my gosh.
Sorry to all of you parents who now have to explain what fellatio is to kids, that you're letting watch this trivia that I said was going to be family friendly.
Good job, TENIME.
I'm still really, really pissed about this boot, man.
I would be too. That's awful. Venkman has PhDs in what?
Psychology and parapsychology?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I knew parapsychology, I just wasn't sure if the other one was just regular old psychology.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What is the magic word?
Please. May I please? Sealing containment unit.
Why? How big would the Twinkie be based on the recent psychokinetic energy in the New York area? This is not a pause and you miss it.
No, but it's still one of those.
Well, you got to pay attention.
But this is the equivalent of a pause and you'll miss it when it's something so specific as a phone number or an address. Hello, Scream Trivia. Like, that's not the dialogue that most people memorize. You know, that's the dialogue you memorize, but it's not the dialogue that most people memorize. Yeah, it's a great question for someone like my friend Maggie, who knows Scream better than Kevin Williamson, but you know. And these are great questions for, you know, my friends who I invited to watch this, who are Ghostbusters, but you know.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, my coworker did not get this. He was wildly off.
I don't know.
It would be 35 feet long, weighing approximately 600 pounds.
There we go. Yeah, I would not have even been in the ballpark.
Who is Dana talking to before she's dragged into the kitchen?
On the phone?
Yeah.
Her mom.
Yeah, she's talking to her mom. Yep. What makes now? You know what? This is really more of like an observational thing. What makes Lewis's role as the keymaster so funny?
Because he's always getting locked out of his apartment.
Yep. What 3 animals do people mistake bins for?
A bear. Somebody brought a cougar to a party. Is it just a dog when Lewis says, okay, who brought the dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog, a bear, and a cougar.
There's a bear in my apartment. He says there's a bear in his apartment. Some moron brought a cougar to a party.
The apartment building Dana and Lewis live in is located where?
At the corner of Spook Central.
Close-ish. Kind of.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Central Park West.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because Janine says,
gotcha.
Name is Lewis Tully, lives in Central Park West. Who started the secret society of Gozer worshippers?
Evo Shandor.
Mm-hmm. Where do these stairs go?
They go up.
They do go up. I just like that. I just like those kind of questions.
They go to the roof.
They go to the roof,
yes.
yeah.
But Venkman's response is they go up.
Yes. Choose and perish. Who did Venkman suggest as an example, and who did Ray think of?
Well, Venkman says if we think of J. Edgar Hoover will show up and destroy us. And obviously Ray thinks of, I couldn't help it. It just popped in there.
What just popped in there?
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Egon, what are your thoughts? Sorry, Venkman, I'm terrified beyond the capacity of rational thought. What does Egon suggest they do to defeat Gozer?
Cross the streams.
Mm-hmm. This is starting to make me mad.
Well, you're the one without a functioning music player on your phone.
This is a new phone. I'm still learning. Quiet, you.
So I normally play the music from my phone, but that's what we're recording on.
We're using it. All right. Okay, this is the last question, and there is a bonus question attached.
Okay.
Who has the least amount of marshmallow fluff on him?
Venkman.
Mm-hmm. And then who says he feels like the floor of a taxi cab?
Is it Egon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. You got almost all of those. See, this is what happens when you don't let me do my pause and you miss it questions.
I'm still ashamed of the ones I did miss because I guarantee you some if not all of my friends would have been like, oh, that was easy. How could you get that wrong, TENIME? You need to watch it more. I watch it twice a year. It's not enough. No, you gotta watch it twice a day.
I swear to God, I've watched the Ghostbusters movie at least 4 times in the last 2 weeks.
The first Ghostbusters movie that I saw was 2.
I saw that one in the theater too. My aunt gave me the option of seeing Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or Ghostbusters
I
2.
saw it on VHS at the neighborhood babysitter's house.
There you go.
And then played with real Ghostbuster toys with one of the neighbors down the street, but never watched the cartoon myself. So I've seen it now, but you know.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to Ghostbusters 2,
Okay.
1989.
Which I don't see an issue with. I like it. I think it's good.
No, I like it too.
I don't see why everyone hates it. So
Yeah.
I like all 5 of these movies.
Same. Yeah.
So and the only reason that 2016 is my least favorite is because it's what's the word I'm looking for? Problematic? No.
Problematic?
No.
No.
It's a problem with the word's going to come to me after we're no longer alive. It's a problem with a lot of modern comedies where instead of like the old days where they would write, 1 or 2 good jokes that would land, they literally just rapid fire 8,000 jokes hoping that 1 or 2 will land. And the 2 to 4 that do land in 2016 are hysterical. But it's like, then we don't need all those other ones that don't land, especially not the potty humor.
Right. All right. What needs fixed in Oscar's room?
I even rewound this too because I was making food and I missed the beginning when she's talking to the superintendent. Is it the radiator?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Ray and Winston are now doing what?
Birthday parties.
Birthday parties. Who plays the kid who says they're full of crap?
Oh, is it Jason Reitman?
It is Jason Reitman.
Okay.
Yeah. Fun fact, the mom in that scene is the mom from the Goonies.
Oh,
Mary Ellen Trainor.
nice.
Yes. All right. What's Egon doing now? Just in general. Don't have to be specific about it.
He's at an institute. See, and like I tried to like, what is this institute? Okay, I'm going to remember that. And of course, I don't remember it. It's an institute where he's testing, like the effect of emotions on the environment.
Mm-hmm. Research.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just in general, just a generality. Do you know who plays the little girl in the happiness index test?
Oh, is it Violet?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
It's Catherine Reitman.
Oh, okay.
Jason's little sister.
Gotcha.
Funny enough, she is also, both Jason and Catherine are also in Kindergarten Cop, which was directed by Ivan Reitman.
Nice.
Jason is the boy who gets caught making out with the girl during the fire. And Catherine is in Joyce's class.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've only seen Kindergarten Cop once.
That was the #1 movie on my 10th birthday.
It's not a Tuma.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all. What date does Elaine give as the end of the world?
Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. Sorry.
Mikio Hughes was only 3 years old in that role.
Was that post Pet Cemetery?
That was post Pet Cemetery.
Because Pet Cemetery, he's like
2.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
No.
he was 3. Playing a 6-year-old.
Jeez.
Okay, yeah, so what date does Elaine give at the end of the world? Give for the end of the world?
Valentine's Day, 2016?
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
And from whom did she receive this information and where?
An alien at the Paramus Holiday Inn.
Mm-hmm.
No, maybe it was a room on the spaceship made up to look like a room at the Paramus Holiday Inn.
Yes. How does Peter get info out of Ray?
Like pulls on his ears.
Mm-hmm. How old is Oscar?
I mean, he can't talk and he's still wearing diapers.
Yep. But he can at least sit up.
1.5 years.
Nope.
Oh.
8 months.
Okay.
Will and Hank Duchendorf, who play Oscar, are the nephews of this country music legend.
It's not in the movie, so...
No, it's not.
You jerk. I don't know.
John Denver.
Gotcha.
Yep. Egon.
Oh, I just watched a YouTube video about like top hits of the 70s or whatever, and was like, oh, no wonder he went with John Denver because his real name was blah 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 Duchendorf, son of a.
Right.
I should have gotten that. I should have gotten that. Despite the fact that you cheated and that's not in the movie.
No, I just like the question.
I still should have gotten that because, like I said, a few days ago, I just learned John Denver's real name.
But you didn't say I couldn't ask those kind of questions, though.
I'm
just being a butt.
It's implied.
All right, so Egon had part of a toy as a child. What was it?
A slinky.
Mm-hmm. Which he straightened.
He straightened it.
He straightened it. This one is also kind of not really an observational one, but who took an uncredited role at dubbing Vigo's voice, upsetting Wilhelm von Homburg?
Max von Sydow.
Mm-hmm. Wilhelm's also in Die Hard.
Look up Vigo's actor. Like, all of you, look up his life story. It is insane. Like, his father was a serial killer, and he got close, and like, yeah, he's got one of the craziest backstories of anyone. So it's no actual surprise that he played such a villain.
I know what I'm doing when I get home.
in Die Hard and Ghostbusters 2. So he is one of Hans Gruber's henchmen in Die Hard.
Mm-hmm. Who gets sent down for a deeper reading?
Say that again?
Who gets sent down for a deeper reading?
Oh, into the sewers.
Yeah.
Ray.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens as they pull him up? What does he do?
What does he do?
Yeah. Like they're pulling him up.
Right. He's screaming to be pulled up because the river of slime is like reaching up for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
He knocks the power out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right. Who is representing the Ghostbusters in court?
Lewis.
And what is his law degree seemingly in?
Is it tax law?
Tax law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judicial mismanagement order.
That blue thing I got from her. Who was summoned by the judge's anger?
You don't want us exposing ourselves. The Scolari brothers.
Mm-hmm. What was their crime and their punishment?
We gave them the chair.
Yep.
Murder?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were looking for something like way more specific that I would not have gotten.
Nope. You and I discussed this the other night.
Okay.
Kind of. What three notes did the boys sing?
Do, re, Egon.
Finish this.
Rest in peace, Harold.
Yes.
You are my favorite.
Harold. All right. Finish this quote. 2 in the box, ready to go.
They be fast and we be slow. No, we be fast and they be slow.
I was going to say that. Other way around. Other way around.
Oh, God.
What household appliance dances and to which music artist?
A toaster.
Yeah.
And it's... Because the song is Your Love Lifts Me Higher, and the version they use to make the Statue of Liberty move is not the original artist.
Right.
That Venkman says that the slime can sound like during the toaster part scene. I feel like this is a baseball player, Jackie Robinson.
You got the Jackie part right. It's Jackie Wilson.
Ah, okay. Wilson.
Jackie Wilson.
So then Jackie Robinson probably is a baseball player, or was a baseball player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Played by Chadwick Boseman.
Oh.
In the movie 42.
Gotcha.
Dana works in what?
But was a real baseball player.
Yeah, was a real baseball player. Yeah.
Just because you bursted in with played by Chadwick Boseman. I'm like, not in real life. He was...
No, it is a... I got him.
I barely moved, man. Barely moved.
All right, little guy, you can go Where do we want to put you? Oh, well, we're just gonna put you right there.
Well, that's where he keeps falling from.
Stay.
So I need to stop hitting the back of the couch and the music.
You know what? Here. I'll just come sit in my lap. I'll just do that.
Oh, God.
All right.
Also, if anybody knows of how I can get this fixed, please let me know in the comments. It's such a bummer. I don't want to have to buy new ones.
That sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
These weren't cheap when I got them 14 years ago, but it was an accidental case of I just think they're cool and I'm going to spend the whatever $150 on them. And then my buddy Steve was checking out my in progress uniform and he looks at my boots and he goes, "Those are screen accurate." So I accidentally bought screen accurate.
Nice.
And they've lasted me 14 years. 2011 was when I first suited up for the first time. I didn't even have everything. Like I didn't have the name patch wasn't sewn on. I mean, it wasn't even the suit. It was the tan one. But I didn't have the right elbow pads. I didn't have any gloves. I didn't have I temporarily sewn the name patch to Velcro when it was on the Velcro that came on the flight suit. So hadn't even removed the Velcro and sewn the patch to the flight suit yet. So it's yeah.
All right. Dana works in what department at the Manhattan Museum of Art?
Restoration.
Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. How does Vigo die? He's 105 years old. He hung in there, didn't he?
It was a long list of things that like Rasputin, the mad monk, and before his head died, it said, "Death is something, I'll be back," or whatever.
Death is but a door, time is but a window. I'll be back.
Yeah,
you can almost always guarantee I will know a quote.
I don't know how he died.
He was poisoned, stabbed, shot, hung, stretched, disemboweled, drawn, and quartered.
There we go.
Ouch. All right. Who plays the doorman at the mayor's mansion?
Oh, God. Bobby Brown.
Yep. Fun fact, I played On Our Own at my wedding reception.
The one thing that stood out to me, too, on this viewing was... he says something that is grammatically incorrect, and I was sitting there going, "What an idiot!" And then I'm like, "Oh wait, that idiot was an idiot." Sorry, no disrespect to his memory, but Bobby Brown was an idiot. So
he's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
no, it's Whitney and
Whitney gone.
Whitney and Christina that are gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Who kidnaps Oscar?
Janosch.
Mm-hmm. I have ghostly apparition of Janosch Pohabo. Janosch is fine.
Ghostly apparition of Janosch as an old lady maid in a stroller.
Yes. Can I also just say, I love Peter McNichol.
Yes.
So much. One of my favorite lines is when they go to, I guess, check on the painting after Dana has concern. He's like, "Dr. Rickman, Dana is not here." And it's "Yeah, we know that, Johnny." "Okay, so why are you came?" I just love him so much. What finally arrives at Pier 34?
The Titanic. Cheech Marin says, "Better late than never."
And there goes my bonus question. See, I don't even have to ask them sometimes. It's great. All right, so this one's kind of a gimme. What national landmark did Ghostbusters use to get to the museum?
Oh, Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm. You already mentioned this earlier. What song did they use?
Love Will Lift Me Higher.
Or Higher. It's actually Higher.
Oh,
Higher.
Okay. Well,
yeah, that's okay. All right, and then one of my favorite lines, other than where Ray explains how Vigo died. "Keep kicking, Libby. You make this thing work. We'll pop for a weekend in Vegas with the Jolly Green Giant."
Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Wonder what?
Whether she's naked underneath that toga. She's French. you know.
All right. With whom did the mayor spend an hour speaking?
Fiorella LaGuardia, and he's been dead for 15 years.
Yeah. Former mayor.
Who the airport's named after.
Yep. Okay, so that's the last question for this one.
Okay.
Kind of a gimme.
Okay.
Which of the Ghostbusters gets possessed by Vigo?
Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, I'm now Vigo.
All right. Okay, so that was all the questions for that one.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone's least favorite.
So now on to the all-girl one from
Again,
2016.
I really like it.
I enjoyed
My
it.
biggest complaints are, like I said, the throw everything at the wall and see what sticks comedy, and it's not indicative of them or Paul Feig. It is indicative of modern comedy because I guarantee you watch any other comedy from 2016, you watch Saturday Night Live now, tonight, it's Saturday. That's today's comedy is, let's do a million things that we think might be funny and someone will bound to laugh at one or two of the things. And it's like, okay, but you're usually very talented comedians, and all four of those ladies are very talented comedians, and there is some hysterical stuff in there. Like,
I argue that Kate McKinnon's one of the best parts.
Kate McKinnon is the best part, and Holtzman's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's the first time that made me like Melissa McCarthy, so I went back and watched other movies with her in it that I either never wanted to watch before or I didn't like before, but her as Abby made me like her, so now I can go back and actually enjoy her in other things. And it's like, Leslie Jones is phenomenal, and I really like that her character is kind of the Mike Hanlon of New York. Mike Hanlon being one of the Losers Club from Stephen King's It, where Mike Hanlon knows all, everything about dairy, and so it's given other characters that Leslie Jones has played, and given the fact that they initially had her working in the subway, like I was worried she was going to become a stereotype, and yet she isn't, and her character is awesome. All four characters are awesome. Erin is probably my least favorite, but I still love Kristen Wiig. So it's like, just and my other biggest complaint is the fact that it's a different universe. It's not part of the same universe as the other four movies, which, as Venkman says at the end of one, we can franchise this. And that's what the girls should have been. They should have been one of the franchises.
All right. Okay. So you ready for questions? All righty. Now you already covered this one too. Kind of.
I didn't want to do that, Mike.
Who allegedly committed the murders of the staff at the Aldridge Mansion?
Gertrude.
What's the name of the delivery driver who brings Abby her lunch?
Benny.
And what's her issue with that lunch?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's Karen Sony, so Dopinder from the Deadpool movies, and he's in so many other things, and he's always good. I don't think I've ever seen a bad performance from him. It's just
you and I have discussed this before too, or at least we make jokes about it.
Well, because she has issues with different parts of the lunch, because she orders different things each time. And so the first time that we meet him and Abby, it's because there's one wonton and it's cut in half and there's no meat. I think that's just a carrot. Sorry, all this talking is making my throat dry. And then at the end of the movie, he tries to make good at the firehouse, and it's a thing of just wontons with like very little liquid in between them. Then the hot and sour shrimp soup, there's like, it looks like dishwater and there's one shrimp in there. And I hope that's a water chestnut.
Any of those would have worked.
Okay.
I went with broth to wonton ratio.
Okay. Broth to wonton ratio.
Yes. Who tries to communicate with the ghost of Gertrude Aldridge and ends up covered in ectoplasm?
That's one of the fact that the running joke of not just Aaron, it's Aaron.
Yes.
Not just Aaron getting slimed constantly, but then other people start getting slimed. It's like, again, it's, and I say this every time I bring up potty humor as a negative. I love potty humor when it's in the right context. And I don't want queef jokes in my Ghostbusters movie. I don't want dick-sized jokes in my Ninja Turtles movie, and I don't want queef jokes or diarrhea jokes or in every crack jokes, slime in every crack jokes in my Ghostbusters movie. So it's just, I love potty humor. Like, all of those jokes would make me almost soil myself laughing in a different project, but yeah.
How much is the rent of the firehouse, prompting Aaron to tell the realtor, F you? She didn't say F you, but she didn't say F, but she says something else, but for the sake of this.
She says, burn in hell. Well, she does drop the F-bomb in the extended version.
Yeah, and that's the one that I watched.
Oh, well, you said you weren't, so I didn't. So if you have any questions from the extended, I'm not going to get them because you said you said you didn't know it existed, so I watched the theatrical version. I didn't know
the one I was watching was the extended version.
You jerk. In the theatrical version, she says burn in hell. Because it's 17,000 a month?
Close.
27,000 a month.
Lower.
I swear to God, there was a 7. There's no 7. Because if it's not 17 or 27, 22,000 a month. 25,000 a month.
Lower.
24,000 a month.
Lower.
Just keep doing.
You were right. You were at 20. You were at 22. Go a little lower than that.
21,000.
There you go.
Every time there's a number and I get it wrong, it's just a guessing game, up or down.
What was Holtzman's nickname in middle school? So she says.
That's in the extended version, which I didn't watch this time. I've seen it, but I've only seen it once. I've seen the theatrical version. I saw it twice in theaters, and I saw it at least 2 times on home media. And I've only seen the extended version once. And even though Aaron drops the F-bomb, it still does not continue the Paul Feig tradition of someone dropping the C-bomb in his movies. That's the one thing. When I went back after liking Melissa McCarthy because of this, and I went back and watched Feig's previous either movies I had seen or hadn't seen, in every single one of them, someone, and it's usually one of the women, someone drops the C-bomb, and I laugh every time. So potty humor works in his other movies. I just didn't want it in Ghostbusters.
Well, I'm going to say a potty mouth word.
Well, no, don't, because I don't. This is supposed to be
family friendly.
Family friendly.
All right. Well, we'll just skip that question, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do it that way.
I don't know what Jillian's nickname was in high school because that was in the extended version that you said you didn't know existed, so I didn't watch it.
I did not know that I was watching the extended version.
Jerk. You're fired. Again.
All right, from here on out, I'm pretty sure that these are questions that are going to be theatrical release.
What was her nickname in high school?
Ghost Tits.
Okay. Yeah, definitely did not.
Yeah.
That was definitely in the extended version.
Yeah. All right. Abby does a marvelous impression of what while testing the equipment?
A deflating balloon. See, that's hysterical. Like,
now this one's a little bit easier. What was Aaron's nickname?
Ghost Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who plays Dr. Martin Heiss, a famous paranormal debunker?
Oh shoot! No, I mean, I this is an easy one. It's Bill Murray.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of what Kevin called him. Marvin Christ. You mean Martin Heiss?
I gotta say, I do love Chris Hemsworth
Well, and
in this particular role.
so some of the best gags from him were ad libs, because obviously everyone ad libbed, because that's
Right.
just the type of environment that Paul Feig encourages, and sometimes it yields gold. And one of the times was because they left the lenses out of his glasses so there was no reflection, but he decided to reach through the frames and scratch, and so the ladies just went with it. And so it was, so that was not scripted. That was all Hemsworth.
Which of these makes me look more like a doctor? And it's
or I'm playing saxophone, or I'm listening to saxophone.
He tries to reach for the phone that's in the fish tank.
Yeah. Oh, one thing that made me really laugh was because I ADHD and sensory issues, so I always have to watch with closed captions on. And this closed caption person, sometimes the closed caption people are just incompetent, because it's like, that is not what that character said, and if you had half a brain you would have known that before typing it out. But this person was so good. From the first time that Kevin asks if he can bring Mike Hatt to the office, in the closed captions it says Mike with a capital M, M-I-K-E, capital H-A-T. So I was like, thank you, closed caption person. That is so brilliant. So it's like, it kind of spoils the joke for people reading the captions. Because
yeah.
Continue.
Okay. Otherwise, we're going to keep going on this tangent. It's going to be great. All right. Who sings the revamped version of Ghostbusters?
Fall Out Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah. Featuring Missy Elliott. Oh.
I don't like Missy Elliott.
Okay.
I love Fall Out Boy. Okay. I don't like Missy Elliott.
All right. Which Ghostbuster ends up with the theater ghost on her shoulders?
Patty.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't say anything. I'm just going to turn around and go home.
Which legendary rock star makes a cameo appearance?
Ozzy.
Mm-hmm. Rowan works at what hotel?
Oh, shoot. Oh, and I knew this would come up too. And of course, the only word stuck in my head is Sedgwick, which is the first movie where Slimer is.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I don't remember.
The Mercado.
Mercado.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron says Aaron gets all her Spanish wrong. Again, really funny running joke. You know, it's.
Who makes a cameo as the front desk clerk at the Mercado?
Amy Potts.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
Which Ghostbuster is possessed by Rowan and attacks Patty and Holtzman?
Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Again, one of my favorite jokes is where Patty is trying to keep Holtzman from falling out the window, and Abby is like between Patty and the windowsill, and her head starts to turn. She goes, "The devil is a liar!" So good.
I love Leslie Jones in general. So
it's a great movie, guys. Just
give it a chance. My gosh. All right, who makes a cameo as a cab driver?
Dan Aykroyd.
Mm-hmm. This big bad makes an appearance as a creepy parade balloon.
Stay Puft.
Mm-hmm. Who takes the Ecto-1 for a joyride?
Slimer and Mrs. Slimer.
Mm-hmm. This is a quote.
See, a question you could have asked that I would have known that isn't in the movie, but is a behind-the-scenes thing for the first movie. Mm-hmm. You could have been like, he wasn't called Slimer. What was he called? And he was called Onion Head. Like, could have told you that.
I did not know that.
Well, there you go.
You would have schooled me there. All right. After Abby and Aaron.
And it was supposed to be, well, yeah, you already said it was supposed to be John
Belushi, yeah.
Jim's still with us.
Yes. After Abby and Aaron are pulled from the portal, they question what year it is because their hair has turned white. Holtzman says what?
2040.
And? Our president is a what?
Oh, God, it's a houseplant?
Yeah. President is it's 2040 and our president is a plant. They're like, what?
Holtzman's the best part of the movie.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's like, I forgot about my new toys, and she puts the wand back and she pops she hits the thing and the pistols pop out the side and she pulls them and she licks one. She goes, let's go. And that whole sequence is so good, the way they use those proton streams. Oh my god.
Absolutely love it.
Of course, when Rowan freezes the army and the cops, that doesn't make sense unless you watch the extended version, because even though they show it as like outtakes during the credits of the theatrical, it just looks stupid. It's like he possesses them and then freezes them in like a disco pose, and you're like, what the heck is going on? But it's because he makes them dance. And again, you see that during the credits, but not during the movie where it matters.
Right. All right, who makes a cameo as Patty's uncle?
It's oh god. Oh no. Every single time. His name is not Winston Zeddemore. That is the character he plays. His first name is Ernie, and his last name is not Reyes Jr. Hudson, Ernie Hudson.
There you go.
Oh my god.
All right, and then who makes a cameo as Holtzman's mentor?
Sigourney Weaver. My biggest. Okay, I want to say my biggest. We got everyone but Harold and
Rick.
Well, and Peck in Afterlife. And then we got Peck, but no Sigourney in Frozen Empire. But I really wish that they'd gotten Rick. Like when the garage, like they're ready for Garaka to come in, and like they hear banging on the garage, and Ray opens the door, and Venkman strolls in his orange jacket. That's great, but I wish it had been Lewis. Because Rick came out of retirement. His kids are grown. He retired to take care of his family, but he has come out of retirement. I wish they could have gotten him. Sorry. We're still in 2016.
Nope, that was the end of 2016.
That was the end of 2016. All right. Okay.
I was having issues with questions on that one, so I'm just like, again, there's a lot of cameo appearances. I'm just going to question about that. All right. So
well, and as I told you before you wrote the questions, I was like, it's going to be everyone's least favorite. Let's spend as little time on it as we can.
Right.
So I don't want to lose viewers.
Right. All right. So Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really enjoyed this one.
Same.
Really good. All right. Phoebe is stealing electricity from where?
The neighbors.
Where do Callie, Phoebe, and Trevor relocate?
Egon's dirt farm.
Right, but where specifically?
Oh, shoot. Somerville, Oklahoma?
All right. Egon is known as what?
The dirt farmer.
Dirt farmer.
Dirt farmer had a family?
Phoebe is really good at what?
Everything. It's the science.
Everything is science. But Callie asks her to specifically do what? And then Podcast asks her to do it later in the movie.
Oh, tell jokes.
No.
Oh. A photon checks into a hotel, and the person at the front desk says, "Do you have any luggage?" And the photon says, "No, I'm traveling light."
No. But get out.
What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish.
You want to know what she's really good at, or do you want to try to guess?
I just watched it a few hours ago. I don't remember.
Picking locks.
Darn it, yes. Well, because she's constantly asked to do it in both movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What nod to the original...
Break into your grandpa's house for us.
Right. What nod to the original film is in Egon's living room? You see something very specific.
Well, one of the biggest problems with Afterlife was one of the biggest problems with Force Awakens and Alien Romulus is that there's too many callbacks to the previous stuff.
But you see something, yeah, you know, there's something very kind of specific.
I just, my mind's going to when Phoebe brings Podcast and Gary in, and Podcast finds the death whistle, and Gary finds the map, and then when Egon dies, spoiler, it's the opening of the movie. He drops the PKE under his chair. I don't remember.
It's like I said, it's a little specific.
Okay.
Symmetrical book stacking.
Oh, okay.
There is a stack of symmetrical books.
Gotcha.
In his living room.
Yeah, I definitely.
They walk right by it.
That's clearly when I was looking down at my iPad drawing. So.
What is the name of the retro diner in town?
Spinners, because then when Phoebe knocks out the P chasing Muncher, it ends up saying Sinners.
Mm-hmm. What does Trevor find in the barn?
The Ecto.
Mm-hmm. What phenomenon seems to happen daily around town?
Earthquakes.
Mm-hmm. Where does Podcast take Phoebe?
I know you're going in movie order, so it can't be the abandoned industrial area because that's after she finds the proton pack, and this question has to be before then.
You're on the right track.
Crap. Because they're walking through downtown, and that's when he says his name is Podcast. Shoot, I don't remember.
He takes her to the Shandor mining site.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was later. Okay.
Yep. And what was mined there?
Selenium. For Dana's building.
In which episode does podcast really find its voice?
It really finds its voice in the 46th episode. You're my subscriber?
Phoebe plays what game with the unseen force in the house?
Chess.
Mm-hmm. Where does Phoebe find the ghost trap?
In the floor under the chair.
Mm-hmm.
The wood slides around like one of those tile puzzles.
Yeah. What does Podcast find in the living room?
The death whistle?
Yeah, I was going to say, you literally said it like 3 minutes ago. So.
Well, Podcast finds it, but then Gary knows what it is.
Right.
So.
Right. What feature, not on the original Ecto 1, was added as a nod to the cartoon?
The gunner seat.
Mm-hmm. Who does Phoebe call while she's in jail?
Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Ray's Occult Books.
7 o'clock on weekdays, midnight on Saturdays. Thank you.
Ray's Occult Books. My Zener cards are specific Ray's Occult Books. So these are not the ones that Venkman uses or that Dana uses on Venkman at the end of Afterlife. So
now you told me you picked up on this earlier. What brand ice cream does Gary pick up at Walmart?
Baskin Robbins always knows.
Who played Evo Shandor?
J.K. Simmons. So good.
Love J.K. Simmons.
Such an odd, here's this little throwaway cameo.
Right.
He's got 2 lines of dialogue. Or 1.5, and it's split in half.
What is the punchline to the grasshopper joke Phoebe tells Gozer?
Grasshopper walks into a bar, and the bartender says, we have a drink named after you. And the grasshopper goes, you have a drink named Steve?
After Callie, who was possessed by Zool?
Is that part of a question? Because all I heard was after Callie.
Who is possessed by Zool?
Oh. I thought it was like, after Callie, who was possessed by Zool, something, 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 something.
No.
You're saying, who was possessed by Zool
after Callie?
Lucky.
Mm-hmm. And which of the OG Ghostbusters is podcast's lone subscriber?
Ray.
Ray. I didn't get as many questions out of the last 3 movies as I did the first 2. So there aren't as many questions from Frozen Empire, and I do apologize for that.
It's my second favorite.
I know, and I'm sorry. You even told me that too. And
obviously, the original is my favorite, but Frozen Empire is my second favorite. Like, I really, really love that movie.
Who wrote the poem at the beginning of the film?
And of course, that was the one I saw it come up on the screen, and I had like just missed it when I looked up, and I'm like, I don't need to rewind. Is it Ivo Shandor? No, because this is Frozen Empire. We're forgetting about Gozer and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it! I don't remember.
Robert Frost.
Okay, yeah. Frost should have been a giveaway, but I don't. Right. Like I said, I was drawing while I was watching Afterlife and Frozen Empire this morning, and it was literally I'm sitting there drawing, and then I noticed that there's text on the screen because the movie hadn't started yet, and I looked up just as the poem was fading away, and we were back in New York in the 1800s. So.
Like that, what you just said kind of leads to my next question.
Okay.
When does the opening scene take place? We'll tell you what is not the 1800s.
Okay. 1904.
Did you pull that out of your bum?
Yes. Is that the right answer?
That is the right answer.
Boom!
All right. So now we're going to fast forward.
The power of guessing.
Right. Okay. So we're going to fast forward to present day.
Okay.
What ghosts are they all chasing through the streets of New York? Phoebe says it specifically, but if you can give me a general...
Sewer dragon.
Well, there you go.
But what? Phoebe says something longer than that.
Yeah, she gives it a very specific name.
What is the very specific name?
Hell's Kitchen Sewer Dragon.
That should have, because every time I hear Hell's Kitchen, I think Daredevil. So it's,
Who is now the mayor of New York City?
Peck. Walter Peck.
William Atherton, everybody's favorite 80s.
Good old Dickless. Which he looks phenomenal in this movie, because when he had a cameo in the final season of Lost, I remarked, I was like, he doesn't look so good. Like, age has really hit him hard. So somewhere between 2010, which was when Lost ended, so he probably filmed it in 2008. But so somewhere between 2008 and whenever he filmed Frozen Empire, he got better, because he looks amazing in Frozen Empire, but he looked like he was on death's door and Lost. So good for you, William.
Yeah.
Stay with us, please.
Not only is he kind of like the antagonist in Ghostbusters, he's the antagonist in Real Genius.
Yeah.
Which I also love that movie.
Thinking back, you didn't ask about Harold Ramis's cameo in 2016. Oh, so you don't know that there's a Harold Ramis cameo? Yeah,
I did not know.
At Erin's original college, when Charles Dance, her boss, first comes in to talk to her, and she's looking up the book on her computer. Goes from our past. When he walks out into the hall, there's a bust of Harold Ramis.
Oh, look at that. Today I learned. Right. What's the name of the show? Probably a YouTube channel that Ray and Podcast have started.
I was so busy trying to remember podcast from Afterlife which I don't remember, that I completely just breezed over Ray's YouTube show. His podcast smashes things with the mallet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Repossessed.
Oh, okay.
Which Ghostbusters character has been living in the attic?
Slimer.
Mm-hmm.
So Phoebe's my favorite character of the new characters, and she's my favorite character in Afterlife. My favorite character in Frozen Empire is Trevor, because Finn Wolfhard is on his comedy game. Finn Wolfhard is so good in Frozen Empire. Like, I was not a fan of his in Afterlife because he was just the typical whiny teenager. He is so good in Frozen Empire comedically. Just, I don't know if he was taking comedy lessons or what, but Trevor's the best in Frozen Empire.
What is the name of the ghost Phoebe befriends in the park?
Melody.
Mm-hmm. How old is she?
Oh, shoot. Which the actress was Snakebite Andy from Dr. Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And she was also in the 2 Babysitter movies.
Yep.
With Samara Weaving. Phoebe's 15.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor's 18. Phoebe was 12. Trevor was 15 in the first one. I'll be 16 in February. It's June. Oh, shit, I don't remember because the last match killed her family, and it was an accident. It was a tenement fire, and
you actually just said it. You just said how old.
Was it 18?
Mm-mm.
15.
12.
16? Okay.
She was 16.
Okay.
And then how did she die?
In a tenement fire. Yeah. And the diner she goes to is Melody's Diner.
Mm-hmm. What are the names of the lions at the New York Public Library? Because Ray tells them.
Yeah, I know. And then Winston's like, why did you shoot blah, 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 blah in the face? Because she was supposed to let Ray die?
Right?
From the giant stone lion?
Like possibly them, and then it would have kept going and causing absolute carnage.
Right. So, like, I would have been fine with anyone else except Winston. Like, Winston is done so dirty through dialogue in all of his appearances, and it makes me sad because I know that I've never met Ernie Hudson, but I know he's a great person in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done so dirty. Like, in the first movie, he's like, I don't know these guys. And then he's like, I'm one of these guys. Like,
mm-hmm.
You just said you didn't know these guys, or you just started working there. Like, Winston is done so dirty by the dialogue. I don't remember, and it's a real world fact too. So it's
patience and fortitude.
I was gonna say patience.
Now here's the bonus question: which one is possessed by the possessor?
Was it patience?
Mm-mm.
No, it's okay.
It was fortitude.
What'd you shoot fortitude in the face?
All right, who is the god trapped in the orb?
Garaka.
Mm-hmm. Who plays Dr. Hubert Wartsky?
I don't recognize the name, so I'm hoping that's Patton Oswalt.
It is Patton Oswalt.
Again, yeah, I did.
I don't think they ever say his name.
I did just watch it, but
you did. Nadim comes from a long line of what last maintained by his grandmother?
Fire Masters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like I didn't know if it was like because when Garaka comes back, he goes to the Fire Master vape shop and are you the Fire Master? Read the sign. Well, he says read the darn sign, but try not to swear.
Yeah.
I've already sworn plenty here. I'm trying not to swear further.
That particular scene is very Sarah Connor. Yes, it's a very Terminator like reference.
Except then he goes immediately to Nadim's apartment afterwards. So it's to get his horns.
Right. What does Phoebe think will help against Garaka?
Can you be more specific?
What does she coat
Brass.
Brass. Yeah.
Because there's no copper because it was removed by vagrants in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, they melt down brass and she coats her, cyclotron, some things. I could open it up and show you inside what parts she coats in brass, but I don't remember the exact terminology. Yeah. So,
excuse me. The possessor makes 2 inanimate objects move in a nod to which Stephen King classics?
Is one of them the tricycle?
Mm-hmm. What would that possibly be a nod to?
Well, Shining, but is it a tricycle in the book? Because it's a big wheel in the movie.
Right.
Okay. They're not the same thing.
No. I said in a nod.
They are 3-wheeled, pedaled
things, toys,
modes of transportation. But yes, a tricycle is not a big wheel, and vice versa.
Right.
Folding chair comes through the broken glass into the mop handle and goes into podcast bag and goes into the phonograph player and the wax cylinder into the garbage bag and then into Fortitude and then the tricycle and then the Ecto. Is it the Ecto is Carrie?
Or Christine?
Christine. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, woman's name starts with C, ends in E. So written by Stephen King.
Right. How does Venkman describe Garaka?
Tall, dark, and horny. Which, one of my complaints about the movie is that Garaka's silhouette is amazing. But then his complete and utter lack of design in just everything else, in his body, in his face, it's so lackluster and unimaginative.
They look like placeholders.
Right. Almost. It's like, let's do this thin little lipped mouth and this Voldemort no nose nostrils and these beady little eyes and and then he's just really skeletal and it's like you won so hard with the silhouette but you forgot to fill it in. Like
all right, this is our last question.
Okay.
I know.
I know there's plenty of YouTube videos that are dead silent when people aren't talking, but I don't like that. So that's why I try and have music going just so people don't get bored.
All right. In the mid-credit scene, who steals the semi while the driver's getting a drink?
The possessor.
No.
Is it Slimer? Is it the Mini Puffs? Okay.
Yeah, the Mini Puffs.
I was looking away and I thought it was the possessor.
Nope. Thus endeth the questions.
All right.
Yay.
Sweet.
They weren't too hard. They weren't.
Some weren't.
Some words. Yeah.
I'm still mad about this boot.
You got most of the questions right on the first one.
Well, awesome.
Most of them on the second. So, yeah.
Thank you guys for playing. Or thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you played along. Please put in the comments, did you beat me in score or did I beat you? Let me know. Next month's trivia for March. We don't have a date yet, but watch the channel. Thumbnail's done. She just has to tell me when she's available, and I will put the thumbnail up so you can put in a reminder for when it. But actually, do you want to kill the music? Because dum da 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 dum 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 da da dum from Tim to the. So the two Michael Keatons, the Val Kilmer, the George Clooney, the Kevin Conroy, because Mask of the Phantasm was released theatrically. the 3 Christian Bale and the 1 Robert Pattinson.
You're going to make me watch 9 movies.
Yes, I am.
Unless I want to be particularly cruel and we could throw 66 Adam West in there.
No, because I've never seen it. This, like, the whole point of quizzing me is something that I don't have to rewatch.
Gotcha.
That I'm supposed to be going off of the knowledge I already have. Okay. So, and I will tell you right now, I'm going to do great on Forever. I'm going to do great on Mask of the Phantasm. I'm going to do great on Dark Knight. And I'm going to suck hard on all the rest because...
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't even seen the Batman, the Robert Pattinson one. So
it's all right.
That'll be a new experience for me.
I rather it would have been the original plan, which was supposed to be Affleck's solo movie. Mm-hmm. Go watch my Mafex Ben Affleck Batman review and defense of Ben Affleck Batman. Which the video is doing amazingly.
It is.
It's probably the best video on my entire channel right now, and it got me like a good number of brand new subscribers. So thank you all, because welcome aboard. Hopefully you will enjoy March, even though we won't be covering Ben Affleck. I would like to, but just because he never got his own movie and he's part of not great movies. We might do DCEU in the future, but I haven't seen Shazam 2 or Aquaman 2 or Black Adam or Blue Beetle, and I don't really have a big desire to see all of them. So jury's out on whether or not we'll cover Cavill and Godot and Affleck, but so yeah. From Tim to the is how I've been not advertising it, because I haven't been advertising it, because unless you're part of my Patreon, this is the first time that I've announced it publicly. So excuse me. If you would like to support me on Patreon, $5 a month gets you unlimited behind the scenes access to all artworks, works in progress, including YouTube thumbnails, including not just you could have found out about March's trivia before just now. But if you go subscribe now, I just told her, I've been letting her pick, but I picked May and April, and May is going to be Star Wars because, that's not a, it's May the Force be with you. So, to not do Star Wars in May would have been stupid of me. But I just today told her what April's trivia is going to be. So you too can find out by going to my Patreon, patreon.com/TENIME, TENIME. I also got a pretty good tier that Josh enjoyed last year with me drawing a collage for him, which, I still need to get it printed, but we've been having weather and money issues. I've been having money issues, and Chicagoland has been having weather issues that I either didn't want to risk or couldn't go get it printed up. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Those are never hollow words. They're always from the bottom of my heart. If you're watching, you are appreciated. So I don't appreciate the people who don't watch when I'm begging everyone I know to watch. So it's, not to sound salty, but if they're not watching, they're not going to hear that anyways. So,
Very true.
Please, YouTube algorithm sucks. Please do the dumb, annoying things that every YouTuber asks. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys. Well, I'm trying to do new toy reviews every week, so I've got a bunch recorded that just need to be edited, so I'm hoping what I have recorded will last me a good while before I have to record a new one. But we do trivia once a month. It is always live. So see you in March for Batman trivia. Thanks, guys. Stay safe. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.